In fact, Chennai stands number one in terms of administering both doses for residents across the city compared to other major cities. And joining me now, Mr. Gagandeep Singh Bedi, the Commissioner of Greater Chennai Corporation. So thank you very much for your time. That's something very good. Chennai stands number one when it comes to two doses, double doses.
Thank you. But I must admit, we have a long way to go because we were actually calculating the number of persons who have been vaccinated in 18 plus age category vis-a-vis the total eligible population of Chennai.
Right.
So we have reached, as per CoWIN portal, a figure of 11% plus of the total population. So that means that we have a long way to go. We may be ahead of many other cities and many other metropolitan cities, but yes, we have a long way to go and we are not complacent about it.
Right. Is vaccination shortage a key challenge now in terms of you're not able to provide according to the demand?
Actually, initially there was a lot of hesitation amongst the persons. We had to carry out a large number of information, education, communication campaigns. We had to convince the people that vaccine is important for them. But now we are relieved that way because now there is a lot of pressure on us, the corporation, the health department, to vaccinate more and more number of people. And whenever I go to all our vaccination camps across the city, I see a large crowd in every place. In fact, many places we have to do a lot of management of the people so that they don't get restless also, they are made comfortable also.
Right.
So there is a lot of awareness and now there is a pressure on us to give vaccines. But as you know, vaccine is always, we are only always having a shortfall and we will like more of vaccines to come to us for vaccinating the people.
What's the average vaccines given every day and what would you ideally require, sir?
Actually, ideally, we will like to vaccinate 1 lakh people a day. Highest though now with the available doses, about 3 days back, we did 39,000 plus on a day. On an average, we are doing 30,000 plus, provided we keep on getting, the state keeps on getting vaccine. So sometimes there are one or two, like day before yesterday, we hardly had any input of vaccines from to Tamil Nadu. So Chennai also got less. So if vaccine keeps on coming, we would like to do 1 lakh, but on average, we keep on doing our bit. And I feel that as the time goes by, with a lot of enthusiasm amongst the younger age category of persons, we will definitely have even a better response than the present response.
And still, private hospitals account only for a smaller percentage.
Yes, we were seeing the CoWIN portal, and as per our overall governmental corporation scheme of things, we have done about 25 lakh, about 26 lakh doses we have given. But overall, it's about 30 lakh plus
Right.
as per the portal. So about 4 lakh has been done by the private sector, or even slightly less, 3 lakh, because 1 lakh are the frontline workers. So about 3 lakh plus has been done by the private hospitals, because private a person has to pay, and over here the corporation is trying to give a similar experience of vaccination in a comfortable place without any payment to be made by anybody.
Yesterday, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister had written to the central government asking for a cut for the private hospitals so government facilities will get more doses. Will that help a city like Chennai?
Surely, if the because you know, the governmental system gives vaccines to the people free of cost.
Right.
So when the people, the common public is able to get the vaccines free of cost and at comfortable places, definitely that will help the people. So we definitely go with the views of our Honorable Chief Minister in this regard.
And how is the city prepared now to tackle the new Delta Plus variant challenge?
Actually, the city has to be very well prepared for that, and Government of Tamil Nadu is also taking a lot of steps. In fact, today there is an announcement of a lot of financial allocation by the Government of Tamil Nadu from the Health Department to various other departments for preparation. We are also already taking a number of steps in order to tackle a possible third wave. I will just name 2-3 steps. First and foremost is vaccinating people. We are running against time, racing against time. And as I told, it's our endeavor to vaccinate more than 1 lakh population every day.
Right.
So we would like that to be done at a good pace. In addition to that, we are also concentrating on testing the people. Suddenly, without us knowing, if there is another wave, like from first to second, without the corporation knowing, suddenly the people started getting COVID and the chain multiplied very rapidly. In order to detect that in the beginning itself, what we have decided it that we will continue testing more than 25,000 cases in Chennai every day. So whether it is COVID peak season when we were having 30 plus or present dull season when we are having less than 300 or less than 250 cases a day, what we are doing is we are picking up a lot of random samples from markets, other places where there is people's congregation, government offices, IT companies on a cyclic basis, and systematically taking the samples, grouping them and doing the testing, so that if there is anywhere any case found, then we will immediately go for detection of its primary and secondary contacts and immediately tackle it. The third point is we are also concentrating on improving our health infrastructure. In fact, we are also upgrading our hospitals with all the concentrators which we got in the second wave. We are also trying to upgrade our ICU beds, though it's the health department that is having ICU beds, but we are also now in the process in order to ensure that we also are complementary to the health department medical colleges in case there is another wave in the city.
And what's been the strategy you're adopting, sir, in terms of vaccination? For example, Chennai had this Coimbatore vegetable market, which had turned into a super spreader at that time. More than 6,000 people got infected. Now, what's the strategy you're adopting to make sure these places remain safe?
Coimbatore market or the fish market of Chennai are very important places. They can be again future COVID hotspots. In COVID market, every day we try to test at least 500 persons randomly for COVID, and most of the days it's 0. We have also vaccinated more than 13,000. Now it will be much more. I'm talking about 2-3 days back when the figures I had got. More than 13,000 vegetable merchants and traders, their truck drivers, vegetable merchants, etc. Similarly, the fishermen, Kasimate fishermen, right, etc. So we are concentrating on all of them in terms of not only vaccinating them but also getting the samples from them. So then, of course, as I told you, we are also concentrating on other hotspots. So we are keeping a constant watch on all these possible hotspots and very alert, and we keep on visiting them. We keep on also ensuring cleanliness drives over there, night-time checks also, in order to ensure that we don't have any possible COVID cases in all these places in the future.
When you took over, Chennai was having around 7,000 cases every day, and now it's almost around 300, 400. What kind of a strategy, a change in strategy that brought about this kind of a gradual decline?
Oh, thank you so much. It was around more than 7,500 on May 12th, actually. But I must say it is the primary success for reduction goes to Government of Tamil Nadu. Our Honorable Chief Minister, he ensured that there is a strict and effective lockdown. It is the lockdown which actually really helped us to break the chain. Mm-hmm. But what we in Greater Chennai Corporation, we means not only me but my team of officers, team of doctors and other engineers and other professionals, what we did was to try to use the available situation available opportunity given by the government for ensuring that the COVID protocols are strictly implemented in the city and also the COVID patients are taken care of properly. In this regard, what we have done is 2-3 points. Number one, what we did was earlier it only Chennai Corporation was doing the testing and following up those patients. I passed an order under Disaster Management Act in which I made all the private hospitals to share their results with me, private labs to share their results with me before sharing to the patients. Similarly, CT scan centers and also pharmacies to tell me all the people who are buying paracetamol and antibiotics from them to share all these cases with me. We sent our teams to all those people who were not coming to corporation but to all the private sectors, got their swab tests done, and ensure that whoever is having COVID is known to the governmental system. Thereafter then we sent, the second point what we did was that we sent all our teams, we recruited fresh doctors, even final MBBS doctors, contractual doctors. What we said was, if anybody is positive, let him or her not go to the screening center and infect others in the process on the way. Most of the cases, 80 up to 45 years of age, the patients, we actually sent our doctors to their houses and did what is called triage. There itself we checked whether he is okay, whether he needs to go to a COVID care center, or he needs home isolation, or he needs to go to the hospital. So we ensured that the patient is immediately tackled the day he is positive. The same day in the morning we treat him. In case he needs to go to the hospital or COVID care center also, we said his relatives will not take him over there. We started our own car ambulance system, taxi car ambulance system, where we took them over there and ensured that there is no spread of COVID in the process of transportation of the patient to others. We were actually making more than 50,000 calls to the home isolated patients. We had recruited more than 14,000 volunteers to go to house,
Right.
scouting for them, taking care of them. And we ensured that all the patients are under the eye of Greater Chennai Corporation, and whoever needs hospitalization is given the hospitalization by the medical health department. A great support was given by the health department and other departments, which helped us in reducing the total numbers from 7,500 to the present around 200, 250. So it's a team effort and government's policies which have helped the Greater Chennai Corporation in all this process.
Now, as Chennai unlocks and the city opens up with malls resuming, transport buses resuming, is it also kind of a worry for you?
Yes, it is worrisome, but we have to always live with the circumstances. You can't really have lockdowns for long periods of time. We were sitting in comfort zones when the lockdown was there, but with the COVID number of cases having come down, we are also aware of the fact that there will be a lot of occasions when there will be public congregations, etc. We have tried to give as much as publicity to the concept of masking, to the concept of maintaining social distance, and to following COVID protocols to the people. You will be surprised to know that even now all the marriage halls are supposed to register the marriages with the Greater Chennai Corporation, and every such marriage we keep on sending our zonal teams by surprise, revenue teams and police teams by surprise, to see whether social distancing is there, whether there is a crowd of more than 50 persons or not. And there are many cases where we have fined the marriage halls or concerned parties also for breaking the COVID protocols.
Right.
So we are trying our best in order to ensure that the errant persons or parties are fined. At the same time, the common public in general is given information about how to follow the COVID protocol.
The loss of life, death count is coming down in Chennai. Some independent studies also say there could be actually more number of deaths which go unreported. Is there a kind of a need for reconciliation or to have a relook at these? Or?
Yes, definitely. I do agree that what happens is, if a person has had COVID at a particular point of time and later on he is COVID negative, but his body system is not having the strength, and he or she later on dies after a period of 1 week, 10 days due to various complications, though he may be COVID negative, though he is categorized as COVID negative, but he might have originally had COVID, and that would have contributed to the death. That's why the numbers don't match in most of the cities. Of course, in Tamil Nadu, the system is that the hospitals, there may be casualties in the government hospitals or in the corporation places also. One can do, but yes, there is nothing.
But is there a kind of an unusual rise in numbers, sir? Chennai?
During COVID time, yes, the number was much higher than the regular number, as in all other cities, I must say. So, though Chennai, in my opinion, because of the governmental and the health, we have a proactive health department. We have got a good bureaucratic system, a proactive health secretary, the industry secretary, and all others. We are all working as a team. We have brought the thing very quickly under the control, but COVID second wave has been devastating for all the whole of the country. And we definitely feel that because of COVID, a lot of lives have been lost, which is so unfortunate. But at the same time, in my opinion, everybody over here has done it, has done his best in this regard.
These need not be accounted for as COVID, but
I may not be able to immediately react to this. I leave the question open to you for your judgment in this regard, because we keep on doing our work. The entire the count, etc. Actually, we really don't go. We do our foot soldiers' work in Chennai Corporation. Statistics we leave to the other authorities in this regard.
you are known for handling the tsunami devastation in Cuddalore earlier. After that, do you think this is the major challenge for you in your experience?
Challenges have always been there in the life of a bureaucrat. For me, of course, tsunami was one of the biggest challenges when we saw thousands of deaths. I saw thousands of deaths before my own eyes. I myself was stuck in tsunami waters near Mahabalipuram, and then I was a district collector at that point of time. For almost 3 years after that, I was involved in tsunami relief and rehabilitation. Of course, after that, I have seen floods, cyclones, devastating cyclones, and of course, COVID. COVID is one of the biggest challenges, yes, because any other disaster has affected a section of the people. Of course, other than the cyclones, which once it has come, then it's only rehabilitation. But COVID is a very complex pandemic for which you have to be prepared before, during and after, and you have also always to be alert about how to ensure that it does not recur, because COVID devastates the lives and livelihood of every person, almost every section of the society. So it can affect you and me also. So yes, it is one of the biggest challenges that I as a bureaucrat might have faced.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And that was Mr. Gagandeep Singh Bedi, the Commissioner of Greater Chennai, talking to us about things that have been done in the city and also the challenges and the road ahead. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.